Doon sa pagpe-preside ni Senator Chis Escudero, mapapansin ba na alam naman natin kung ano yung nangyari sa kanya, di ba?
Yes.
Galing sa isang majority, lumipat matapos ngang umugong yung mga kaso-kaso. Mapapansin ba doon sa kanyang pagpe-preside na yun nga, yung parang leaning, meron bang bias doon sa kanyang pagpe-preside po?
Yes po. Actually, sa simula pa lang, meron na siyang leaning. But I will tell you this, no? This is just my opinion. At inobserbahan ko pa, bigla siya naging Trojan horse. Nagulat ang lahat nung dineclare niya na 16 ang 2/3 of 24. Even yung mga kaalyado niya, they did not expect that. That he will said that the decision and the determination by this impeachment court should be 16 or 2/3 of 24. Now, kanino po nakalit yan? Kung tingnan natin, nakalit yan doon sa defense. And that is the most important threshold. That is the most important thing in these proceedings para ma-discuss lahat kung ano ba talaga. Kasi yun ang habulin. Mahirap hanapin ng 16 eh. So technically speaking, akin ng tong pananaw 16 votes na yan. How could they get 16 votes? Technically speaking, pwede hindi na lang tayo mag-present ng evidence, pwede na tayo magbotohan ngayon. Diba? Because as I said, it is political and it's all party affiliations. But it cannot be done, Admar. Kasi kailangan talaga na ang prosecution, ipakita nyo talaga. Kasi meron pa tayo isang court yung Court of Public Opinion. And they have to present to the public that ito yung ebidensya namin. Kasi nagyabang kami doon sa likod ng microphone noon, sa Committee on Justice of Hearing, we have to prove na talagang may kasalanan nito si Inday Sara. Now, ang defense naman would say, oh, I have to say that my client or ako as a respondent is wala talaga ako, inosente ako. Kasi meron pang tumitikin ng tao, hindi naman pwedeng papayag ang mga tao na stop na lang yan ang impeachment court, magbotohan na tayo. Kasi gusto rin natin malaman ang katotohanan ng lahat. Kasi dyan malalaman, Mar, kung ang pag-politically motivated ito, talagang masisira talaga ang prosecution, pati ang mga kaalyado nila na talagang political persecution, it will really destroy them. Yan ang aim din ng defense, no? Para pagdating ng panahon, maklaro natin kung sino talaga yung nagbe-bend at gumagawa ng twisting ng batas para lang ma-persecute politically ang isang political opponent.
Opo. Yung nakalipas na 3 araw na trial, mula nung pag-upo niya, nabanggit na niya yung, kailan ba niya ibinanggit yung threshold na 16?
Sa simula, bago
siya. Sa simula, di ba?
Okay. Yeah, the presiding officer would like to make sa manifestation.
So, 3 araw na yun. At doon sa 3 araw, walang nag-object na kahit isa. Pero merong nag-clarify. Which is sinabi niya na hindi ito opinion lang, legal opinion, kundi yun talaga ang paninindigan ng impeachment court.
Hindi. And sinabi ni Chis Escudero, yes, that is it, no?
Opo. So, hindi na ba ito mababago along the way? Or I think magiging questionable ba kung along the way mababago? Inapprove na nila yung mga journals ng unang dalawa.
Yes, you're very good at pointing that out, no? I think with respect dun sa loob ng Senate proceedings, hindi na yun mababago, Mar. Bakit? When it was uttered or made by ruled by Chis Escudero, nobody objected. No one. Tanga nga lahat Even the defense, tinakit tayo. Nagulat sila noon, parang hindi na na-expect, makita mo talagang reaction. I've been reading them, their body language and their, nakita ko. Then, pagkabukasan, in-approve ang journals without, again, any objection. So, carried na po. That's why when Senator Lacson asked, is this the opinion of the presiding officer or ito na po ba yung pamantayan natin ng ating ng korte? Sabi niya, yes, that is now the definitive thing that this impeachment court will follow. Di ba? Parang ganun. So, ibig sabihin yan na yan. Fix na po yan siya dyan. Kasi wala na silang nagawa. And in fact, after that, before tayo nag-interview 2 hours before, may nabasa ako doon na posting na parang agree din talaga nagka-clarify lang siya pero okay sa kanyang 16, sabi ni Senator Lacson, if I'm not mistaken. No? Alam mo po makapagbago nito? Yung motion na ipinail ni nalaman ko lang ha, I do not know if you also through it, yung motion na pinail ng kampo ni Attorney Torion
Opo.
questioning the constitutionality of this presiding officer. What if the Supreme Court decides and say that the June 3 ruling and tama yung position ni Attorney Torion's camp and dapat hindi siya dapat maging presiding officer si Chus Escudero.
Yun nga yung
Ibig sabihin,
susunod na tanong ko sa inyo
yan.
kasi
Di ba?
hindi ba presiding officer lang, lahat ba na kanyang ginawa bilang presiding officer
Yes.
ay
That's
magiging
the
void
point.
if ever
Yes.
na magdesisyon pabor sa
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Even his statement that yung mga objections, of course yung statement siya sa threshold kasi covered by everyone na yon, no? Kasi na-pass naman yon. Ang problema doon, yung mga objections, yung mga denial or yung overrule ang mga rulings and everything, kung sino ginawa niya, pwede yun siyang ma-nullify. And it is possible na baka magkaroon ng mistrial, no? And that would be an automatic acquittal, no? Kasi parang tingin ko na gano'n, no? Although, wala po ako nakitang bias ni Chis Escudero so far, ha? In fact, ang ginagawa niya, pinagbibigyan niya lahat. Except for the threshold the 16, pinagbibigyan niya lahat. Ay, pinapasarita niya ng todo, binibigyan na, sige, mag-manifest ka dyan. Si defensor, kahit na improper yun, sige na lang, magsalita ka na lang. Kahit na yung mga manifestation ni Ligutan, after sa tanong ni Rizon Tiberos, sige na lang. Ikaw yun sa defense, si Binluan, nagsalita. Hindi man yun siya dapat. But binabiyaan na lang niya dahil he wanted to be as fair as possible. In fact, napansin mo, pag magbabangayan yung dalawang lawyer, sandali, I will be the one to ask question. Di ba? Siya na lang para matapos na ito kasi ito ang question na dapat itanong. Kaya lang, ang technique ng pagtanong is that more on parang iba ang dating kasi, no? So, what I'm trying to say is that it may affect, no? As I understand, sabi yata ni Attorney Powa, hindi daw nila alam yung pinail ni Attorney Torion's camp, no? And I haven't seen that also, no? And ito naman, nababasa ko lang sa Facebook, no? And that's why I could make an opinion. So yun ang natitingnan kong worry. What if kung suddenly, hindi. So sabihin natin, maggagawa na naman ng bagong presiding officer, mag-elect, and then magkikreate na naman ng ruling ang bagong presiding officer by saying, sige, the threshold, we will leave that until such time that the decision of the Supreme Court in the Alan Cayetanos case will be decided upon on the issue of kung magkano ang threshold, kung ilan ang threshold. So, pwede nating stop. Parang ganun ang mangyari, parang mabibitin tuloy, no? So, that is what I am actually afraid of, no? Na possible na ganyan po ang mangyari. Ito naman sa akin, alam mo naman kasi, advance mag-isip, parang nag-iisip ko lang na posible na possible na mangyari, Edmar.
I-discuss natin na malaliman yung closing remarks ni Attorney Vinluan, no? Kasi meron ko akong hawak actually na ipadala ko rin ito sa iyo para mabasa natin.
Yes.
Day 2 ata ito na pag-question ni
Yes.
Senator Judge Risa Hontiveros at kino-quote siya dito. Ang sabi ni Risa Hontiveros, nung kaharap niya yung prosecution, none of these statements are proof that Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one.
Yeah.
Dito pa lang sa termino na ito, parang makadepensa na ba siya?
Oo. But look i-continue mo ang tanong. I-continue mo.
Sabi niya
mo
rito,
ang
none of these statements are proof that Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. She is absolutely right, sabi ni Attorney Vinluan.
Yes.
She then asked the question. Sabi daw ni Senator Risa, why are these acts impeachable? To this question, sabi ni Attorney Vinluan, the prosecution responded, we understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin. An assassin, end of quote. Attorney.
Yes. It was a wrong framing ng question ni Hontiveros at siligutan yung nagsumagot yung prosecutor, 'di ba? Kasi, dapat sana, nag-establish lang siya, no, so this video does not prove na merong na-hire na contract killer. Yes, okay. Dapat nag-stop na siya doon. Kasi it has already been damaging. Pwede niyang tanong sana, so, are you going to present another evidence to prove this existence or the hiring of a contract killer? 'Di ba? Kasi technically natanong din yan kay Ligutan and he said, yes, we will, Your
Pero
Honor.
'di
'Di ba?
ba, yan yung yan yung sa issue din kay NBA Director Matibag na meron daw silang na.
Siyempre.
So,
Ah,
kumbaga, may kulang doon sa question kung napapabor sana sa prosecution.
that is where Matibag will testify on next week.
Mm-mm.
Yan, yung kanyang investigation na meron silang investigation na nangyayari and that siguro sabihin niya, we are trying to gather facts pa lang or meron na sila or baka meron silang tao na ipipinpoint na we talk to this person at ito talaga yung hard killer. So, you know how Matibag will justify it, no? And testify next time. Kasi wala man talaga siyang ibang purpose i-testify si Matibag except that. So, I think siya yung investigation niya with respect of determining who is this contract killer. Kaya lang, ang problema, balikan natin doon kay Hontiveros, sa Bisaya, pag ipakipinan pa niya pangutana ba, nagtanong pa siya ng dagdag by saying that how can this be an impeachable offense? So, ang nangyari, Attorney Ligutan was forced to talk about the theory of the prosecution and which said, we cannot 100% prove that in this video and everything, no? But I'm as a lawyer, I'm not talking as a lawyer, but for moral and something like that. Parang, yun na, it is a damaging thing, no? And now, he cited the Rule 130, kung paano i-prove, etc., etc. So, malayo na, no? Because of these questions that supposedly na tinatanong ni Senator Risa Ontiveros, nakatulong tuloy, mas lalo, sa defense at nakadiin tuloy dito sa prosecution, 'di ba? So, 'yun ang aking analysis din. Pero part lang 'yan siya, part lang ito. So, gaya ng sabi ko sa iyo, Admar, sana po ang senator judges will have a ruling or definite ruling na do not ask questions from the lawyer. Ask the question from the witness. Kasi ang mga witnesses, ang dapat yung tanungin to clarify some things or question the witness because hindi nyo naintindihan at gusto nyo ipaintindi sarili. Para bang research person, tanungin nila ba? Tanungin, hindi yung abogado.
Opo.